Yes.
Well, let's change directions real quick because this is, skateboarding show. We talk about skating on here. Very popular question. What's your board setup? Let's go through your board setup. What are you riding? Size? Do you have any weird quirks with your board? Do you need to have stuff a certain way? Grip tape, shaving? Like, what are you working with?
Okay, so these days, first of all, I try not to I try not to change stuff too much. So I stick with a shape usually for years.
Mm-hmm.
So the last 3 years or maybe even longer, I don't know. It's been 8 1/4.
8 1/4.
Mellow concave.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Baker does like mellow ones, and then some of them they have like the steep concave.
Okay.
But mellow 8 1/4. Let's see, shake junt grip.
Mm-hmm.
I just came out with grip, so I've been skating that. It's like about to drop right now.
Is it some art on it or?
It's like a drawing that I did over the whole thing. It's like a wormhole, and the shake junt's like going into the wormhole. It's
no way.
Hard to explain, but yeah, I'm hyped on it. It looks sick.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
It kind of looks like it's like I painted it on there. Like a lot of people are like, "Did you do that on there, or is that the?"
Oh, interesting.
Wow. It looks like a paint pen kind of almost.
Oh, rad.
That's super sick.
But before that, I was always just doing a lot of grip jobs, cutting into a million pieces, or just a bunch of stripes, or the stripe down the middle, like right down from nose to tail.
Okay.
Then I saw that the Austin Gillette video, and I was like, damn, that dude owns that, because he does that grip job, and it's like that part was so gnarly.
When did you get into doing your own grip like that? Is this in recent years?
I mean, definitely would have been after I got sober, because I wouldn't have had the patience to do that before.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Probably for the last like 5 years or something. I've been maybe maybe a little less. But Neckface always had these sick grip jobs of like a million lines, like about a half an inch to an inch strips, going horizontally. And then I was like, that looks sick, but you got to skate a board for so long to have that, but then I just started on it, and I was just trying to do something different every time.
Yeah.
But usually just make some cuts and kind of freestyle it, but there's usually something going on.
Yeah, it seems like the people I've talked to recently just do grip. I mean, even Jamie Thomas. I mean, that guy, he's doing his own grip tape art now and everything. As you get older, I think it's just kind of, you take more pride and enjoyment in the skateboard and not just taking it for granted.
Yeah. It's nice to get a little bonding sesh with it before you put it on.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you want it to treat you good.
That's
at the end
for
of
sure.
the day.
Yeah.
I should do a little grip job.
Had to slap it on there, Chris?
I just slap it on. I'm not a grip tape guy.
No, but it feels good when you put it on good. It just looks crisp.
Right.
It's nice feeling.
I mean, a black sheet of grip tape looks great.
That's never going to go out of style.
Right.
And then once you start messing with it, I swear you get like a little bit, you get stuck on that. It's like, then it starts looking boring, or you just it's hard to just like slap it on. You feel like you haven't done your job.
Right.
Like you're not setting it up right. You're
make it a piece of you.
That's true.
I kind of like the feeling of it too, because I like flat and like almost less grippy. Like I don't need the super grippy stuff. So if I have a bunch of lines kind of where I'm kick flipping, it feels like maybe some dirt will get in there, and I'll just have this like soggy, slippery, gross old board.
Right.
But that works for you, That's what you're,
right,
searching for. Shit.
So we got the 825 board,
Shake junt
brand
grip.
new shake junt, Spanky grip.
Yeah.
What wheel size are we talking about?
52.
52.
Spitfires.
Okay.
The Formula 4.
Those are good.
Mm-hmm.
I like a smaller wheel. Sometimes I feel like 50 might even be. I might go back to 50s sometime.
Really?
Nice. I like that.
Okay. We just got some Spitfires here, 48s. I don't know if I'm going to set up a size 48, but man, I can't get off the 51s.
Yeah, 51 seems like the
perfect.
I've been stuck on 51s for days.
Yeah.
That's just the go-to.
Yeah, 52s. I don't know. Been on those for a while.
What about your trucks?
Trucks, I just tried the Indy mids. Those were pretty cool, but I'm just regular Indy 144s usually.
Oh, okay. Indy
It's like
144.
Perfect size for the 8.25 board.
Gotcha.
And just loosen those buds up.
How did you like the indies, the mids?
They were good. They were cool. Like I'm saying, like how I like smaller wheels. It did feel like lower, so I liked that. But going back to how I don't like to change shit, I just
okay.
Not really. I mean, it's like feels like a miracle when I can do a trick. I'm not really trying to mess with it.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, for sure.
Just in general, like I'm just like, which made. I mean, I kind of I could resonate with what Jamie said. Actually, I was listening to the Jamie Thomas talking about his board and how he was saying how he wasn't like pro enough, or I don't know how he said it. I was like, I'm not good enough to really know that slight difference, what it's going to do. And that resonated with me. Like, I really feel that way.
Totally. Yeah. I feel that way too, because I don't notice either I like the board or I don't. Yeah. I don't have a reason why. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, this tail, the wheelbase isn't like, that's not me at all. Yeah. I just don't like it. And I'm going to set up another one.
I know. I'm not like, I'm not burnt enough to not notice when I'm sucking. I'm like, obviously I'm sucking, something's wrong, but like, can somebody help me? Tell me why this is not working. Because sometimes you set something up and you're like, that's just not right. Like the board's steep or whatever. I think it took me so long to figure out that I like mellow boards. And then Ellington gets in there and he's trying to show me how and he pulled the board out of the box and he's just like hits it on the floor and stands on it. He's like, throws it like 10 feet. Like that one's garbage. And I'm like, I have no idea how to tell. So my perfect box would be one that Ellington pulls.
Perfect. Have him pack your boxes from now on.
Yeah, the hard ones, the ones that are like super stiff and steep, we call them oaks. He's like, oh, this one's an oak,
and he doesn't like those.
No, I don't like the oaks.
Okay,
but some people like them mellow and then also firm.
Yeah.
But I like it mellow and soggy.
Interesting.
Not like fully soggy, but like, like not an oak. Not the ones where you set it up, do a kickflip, and you feel like it's going to cut your shin in half.
But then how are you testing them? Are you just setting them up and being like, oh, this is an oak? Like, fuck, I got to...
Yeah, but then I'll just skate it.
You would just skate it.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Because I spent 4 hours on the grip.
See, there's the problem.
It didn't ruin your day.
There's a problem. You don't know until you set it up.
Yeah.
And you do this 4-hour grip
I've
job.
Actually, we've just been, we've been in the streets a lot. So I've been going through a lot of boards. So it's like, it's just, I do something to the grip, but I'm not really I'm not doing an art project on there. I'm just like cutting it up. Somewhere in between.
So you say you don't really change anything nowadays, but is there anything on your board that you need a certain way, like trucks being a certain loose? I mean, some people just have this kind of board madness. Is there anything you need?
I do, but I just don't know what it is.
Okay.
You'll probably see me with like a pile of like random bolts and shit, like just a mess of stuff, like trying to figure it out.
Right.
Do you ride tight trucks or loose trucks?
I like loose trucks. Basically, I'm like looking for the sweet spot where it's right. Your trucks feel so perfect, and then you get them down to the axle, and then they're like not grinding anymore. But you had that month or two that was just like in the perfect sweet spot. So I'm kind of like starting over from that, and everything just, indies feel pretty good these days straight out of the box, but it's still, it's like an investment to get back to that sweet spot. Any trucks.
And you just ride the stock bushings? No bones or anything?
Yes. I mean, sometimes I'll do the bones, but it feels like, honestly, it feels like putting a Band-Aid on the situation, because really, if you do take the time to invest to make the stock ones good,
exactly,
then they're much better. But if you don't have the time to do that, throw the bones ones on.
But see, I've learned that the hard way because for a while there, I was strictly skating bones. And sometimes the bones, they collapse, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And so...
Especially summertime.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And so...
And curbs, you're pinching so hard into that, you're like breaking them all the time.
Totally. And and just recently I said, all right, I enough with this collapsing, you know, because I pinch hard. You know? But I said, oh, okay, let me just do the stock bushing. And they're great. They're great. And they've lasted me so long. Like I just took the time to break them in properly.
Yeah. I had a pair that I was running forever. And then I was in Mexico City, like right before COVID kicked off. We were in Mexico City on a Ruka trip. And they were like down to the axle to where they were kind of not grinding so great anymore. But they were still like such perfect trucks. Like I had ridden them all through Baker 4. But I just kind of knew they were, I had to like Frankenstein a couple parts of them. And I was skating this spot, dude, and the bottom was just like so horrific. Like just human shit. Like it was gnarly. It's hard to even imagine skating stuff like that now with our like
situation
awareness of germs and stuff. But it was horrid, dude.
Fuck.
And I just like was kind of throwing something out and ended up like battling it for a while. And then by the time I landed it, like I just like let my board keep going into the toilet. It was the last day of the trip. Okay. And you can't bring your board back you have to like disassemble it and everything. And they still give you a hard time from Mexico.
Okay.
And I was thinking that in the back of my head, like I'm just going to give this to a kid or whatever. Then I was like, I can't even give this to anyone. This is horrible.
Just feces covered trucks.
Let that go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was gnarly.
Hey, at least you got a good run. Got a trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good. And Mexico City's like...
Where'd you go? There you are.
Yeah, Mexico City's like one of my favorite places. Such a beautiful city. It's just that particular little area was a lot of junky shit.
I mean, listen, even around here.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Horrible